Are you always tired, no matter how much you sleep? Do your bones ache? Are you feeling low, sad, or just off? What if I told you that the reason might not be your age, your diet, or even your lifestyle? What if it's something so simple, so overlooked that 9 out of 10 Americans over the age of 50 are deficient in it right now and have no idea? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change the way you feel every single day for the rest of your life. Hello, and welcome back. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. This channel is dedicated to one thing: your health, your vitality, and helping you live your best years right now. Today we are talking about a vitamin deficiency that quietly, silently affects nearly every American over the age of 50. It's not some rare or exotic nutrient. In fact, you've probably heard of it. But here's the scary part: most people have no idea they're low on it. We're talking about vitamin D. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, I've heard of vitamin D. Maybe you even take a supplement. But here's what most people don't know. The amount most of us get is nowhere near enough. And the symptoms it causes? They're being mistaken for normal aging every single day. In the next 15 to 20 minutes, you'll learn why vitamin D is so critical for people over 50, the warning signs that you're deficient, many of which you may already have, the science behind why your body stops absorbing it as you age, and exactly what you can do, starting today, to restore healthy levels safely. First, let's talk about what vitamin D actually does in your body, because most people think it's just for strong bones. But that's only scratching the surface. Vitamin D is technically a hormone. When sunlight hits your skin, your body converts it into a form of vitamin D that travels through your blood and affects nearly every organ and system you have: your brain, your heart, your immune system, your muscles, your mood. Here's a real-life example that might hit close to home. Meet Margaret. She's 64 years old, retired, lives in Michigan. For the past 2 years, she's been waking up every morning feeling exhausted. Her joints ache. She's been feeling low, a little foggy, a little sad. She assumed it was just part of getting older. Her doctor ran some basic tests. Everything seemed fine. Then, almost by accident, her doctor decided to check her vitamin D levels. The result? Severely deficient. Not a little low, severely deficient. Within just 8 weeks of supplementing with vitamin D, Margaret said she felt like a different person: more energy, clearer mind, better mood. Her joint pain eased significantly. Her story is not unusual. It's actually happening to millions of Americans right now. Why are people over 50 so at risk? There are several reasons why vitamin D deficiency hits people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s especially hard. First, your skin. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. A 70-year-old produces about 75% less vitamin D from sun exposure than a 20-year-old. Same sun, same time outside, but dramatically less vitamin D. Second, indoor living. Many older Americans simply spend less time outside. Whether it's due to health issues, cold weather in northern states, or just lifestyle, less sun exposure means less vitamin D. Third, absorption problems. As we age, our gut becomes less efficient at absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D. Even if you're eating foods with vitamin D, your body may not be absorbing it well. Fourth, medications. Many common medications taken by older Americans, including certain cholesterol medications, blood thinners, and steroids, can interfere with vitamin D metabolism. And fifth, body fat. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means it gets stored in body fat. The more body fat a person has, the more vitamin D gets trapped there, unable to circulate where it's needed most. Now, let's talk about the warning signs. This is the part one I want you to pay very close attention to, because many people watching this right now are already experiencing these symptoms and attributing them to aging. Symptom number one: constant fatigue. Not just feeling a little tired. We're talking about bone-deep exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. You wake up in the morning and you already feel drained. Multiple studies have linked vitamin D deficiency to persistent fatigue, especially in people over 50. Symptom number two: bone and back pain. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption. Without enough vitamin D, your bones weaken. You may experience dull aching in your lower back, hips, or legs. This is often dismissed as arthritis or just old bones, but it could be a vitamin D problem. Symptom number three: depression or persistent low mood. This one surprises many people. There are vitamin D receptors in the brain, particularly in areas linked to mood regulation. Research has consistently shown that low vitamin D levels are linked to higher rates of depression and anxiety, especially in older adults. Do you know someone who seems to have gotten more withdrawn, sadder, or more anxious as they've gotten older? It may not be simply depression, it may be vitamin D. Symptom number 4, getting sick all the time. Vitamin D plays a critical role in your immune system. If you're catching every cold that comes around, if you're getting sick more often than you used to, low vitamin D could absolutely be a contributing factor. Symptom number 5, muscle weakness. Are your legs feeling weaker? Do you find it harder to get up from a chair or climb stairs? Vitamin D is involved in muscle function. Deficiency causes muscle weakness, which also increases the risk of falls, one of the most dangerous health events for older adults. Symptom number 6, slow wound healing. If cuts or bruises seem to take longer to heal than they used to, it could be linked to low vitamin D. The vitamin plays an important role in skin repair and the production of compounds that form new skin. Symptom number 7, brain fog and trouble concentrating. Many people describe this as feeling like their mind is wrapped in a cloud, trouble focusing, forgetting words, feeling mentally sluggish. Again, this gets written off as normal aging, but it's a documented sign of vitamin D deficiency. I want to take a moment here and speak directly from the heart, because this isn't just a medical issue, this is about your life, your years, the time you have with the people you love. Think about this. How many days have you written off as just a bad day? How many mornings have you told yourself, I'm just getting old, I guess? How many times have you pushed through pain or exhaustion because you thought there was no other way? What if many of those days didn't have to be that way? Studies show that adults with healthy vitamin D levels have significantly better physical function, better cognitive performance, and better emotional well-being than those who are deficient. And this affects more than just you. When you're exhausted, when you're in pain, when you're feeling low, it affects how you show up for your family. It affects your independence. It affects the grandchildren, the friends, the life you want to live. I've heard from so many people who had their vitamin D corrected and described it as, I got my life back. Not a cure, not a miracle, just a simple, correctable nutrient deficiency that was slowly stealing their vitality, and they didn't even know it. You deserve to feel good. You deserve energy. You deserve to be present and vibrant in your life. And if something as simple as vitamin D might be standing in the way of that, it is absolutely worth knowing. Okay, now that you understand why this matters, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. Because this is completely fixable. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Get your levels tested. The only way to know for certain that you're vitamin D deficient is a simple blood test. It's called the 25-hydroxyvitamin D test, or 25-OHD test. You can ask your doctor to include it in your next routine blood work, or in many states you can order it yourself. Here's what the numbers mean. Below 20 ng/ml, deficient. This requires intervention. 20-29 ng/ml, insufficient. Better but not optimal. 30-60 ng/ml, generally considered healthy and sufficient. Above 60 ng/ml, maybe getting into elevated territory. Talk to your doctor. Most people over 50 who haven't been supplementing will fall in that first category, deficient or insufficient. Step 2. Consider a supplement. Vitamin D supplementation is safe, widely available, and relatively inexpensive. Most experts recommend that adults over 50 take between 1,000 and 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily. Some people, particularly those who are severely deficient, may need higher doses under medical supervision. Always choose vitamin D3 cholecalciferol, not D2. D3 is the same form your body makes from sunlight, and it raises blood levels more effectively. Pro tip: take your vitamin D supplement with your largest meal of the day, ideally one that contains some healthy fat. Since vitamin D is fat-soluble, fat helps your body absorb it much more efficiently. Plaque, step 3, get sensible sun exposure. You don't need to bake in the sun. Aim for about 10 to 20 minutes of midday sun exposure on your arms and legs, a few times per week. This can meaningfully contribute to your vitamin D levels during warmer months. If you live in a northern state or spend most time indoors, supplementation becomes even more critical. Step 4. Incorporate vitamin D-rich foods. While food alone won't correct a deficiency, it can help support your levels. The best food sources of vitamin D include fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna. Egg yolks from pasture-raised hens where possible, fortified foods, milk, orange juice, cereals, beef liver, mushrooms that have been exposed to UV light. Step 5. Pair it with magnesium and vitamin K2. Here's something many people don't know. Vitamin D works better when it has partners. Magnesium activates vitamin D in the body. Without adequate magnesium, your body can't properly use vitamin D, even if you're supplementing. Studies suggest that a large portion of Americans are also deficient in magnesium. Vitamin K2 is equally important. When vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, vitamin K2 makes sure that calcium goes to your bones and teeth where it belongs and not into your arteries, where it can cause problems. So the dream team is vitamin D3 paired with magnesium and vitamin K2. You can find combination supplements that include all three, which is very convenient. Step 6. Be patient and retest it. Takes time to correct a vitamin D deficiency, typically 3 to 6 months of consistent supplementation. Don't expect to feel dramatically different overnight. But many people notice changes within 4 to 8 weeks. Better energy, improved mood, less muscle aching. After 3 months of supplementing, ask your doctor to retest your levels so you can see your progress and adjust if needed. We've talked about the day-to-day symptoms. But I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't mention the longer-term consequences of chronic vitamin D deficiency, because this goes beyond feeling tired or achy. Research has linked chronic, long-term vitamin D deficiency to osteoporosis and increased fracture risk every year. 300,000 older Americans are hospitalized due to hip fractures, a condition strongly linked to bone density loss from vitamin D deficiency. Higher risk of cardiovascular disease, your heart has vitamin D receptors, and low levels have been associated with increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Increased risk of certain cancers, including colorectal, breast, and prostate cancer, according to multiple large-scale studies. Greater risk of type 2 diabetes. Vitamin D plays a role in insulin sensitivity and blood sugar regulation. Cognitive decline and dementia. Low vitamin D levels in older adults have been associated with higher rates of cognitive decline over time. Weakened immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections, including serious respiratory illnesses. This is not to scare you. This is to empower you, because all of this is preventable with something as simple as getting your levels checked and correcting a deficiency. So let's bring it all together. Vitamin D deficiency is one of the most common, most impactful, and most overlooked health issues affecting Americans over 50 today. It quietly affects your energy, your bones, your mood, your immune system, your muscles, and your mind. And the vast majority of people who have it don't know it. But now you know. Here's your action plan. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D levels at your next visit. If you're deficient or insufficient, start supplementing with vitamin D3, ideally paired with magnesium and vitamin K2. Get a little sensible sun. Eat more fatty fish and eggs. Be patient. Retest in 3 months. That's it. It's simple. And it could genuinely transform how you feel. You have earned the right to feel good. You have earned energy, clarity, strength, and joy. Don't accept feeling old as inevitable when the answer might be a nutrient level you can correct in just a few months. If this video helped you, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future videos on natural ways to support your health after 50. And share this with someone you love, a spouse, a friend, a sibling, because chances are they need to hear this too. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.